boom. And I can save that piece right there that I took out of the sink, 24 bucks if you don't have one and you want to install an existing garbage disposal like that old one. You want to put that in a brand new sink and you thought you couldn't take it out of your old sink. Well, think again. That didn't take me very long at all, did it? Now I could do that with this sink strainer too if I wanted. I could. Shall we see if we can't take that out? I don't know when I would ever use one of those. I haven't. The only time you install that is when you install a brand new sink. And I just installed that one brand new sink. But if you've been watching my episodes, one of my previous episodes, and that stainless steel sink came with its own sink strainer. See, once you loosen up one, the other ones kind of come. Now this one, some of them install exactly like the garbage disposal one. Others, they install slightly different. So see this one here, I think this part unscrews. That's weird. It looks like it unscrews. We'll see. Because, you know, I was just gonna throw this thing away. Oh, yeah, see, that's turning the whole thing. I would have to hold this with a pair of pliers or something. Needle nose. I don't know how easy that's going to be to get off. Oh, I got some vice grip needle nose in the house, and I might have to get those. But it might be something fairly simple that I can hang on to this and unscrew this like that. Look at that. See, this one did come. This one is working slightly different. And they have 3 or 4 different kinds of these sink basket strainers at the store. And I was looking, and they cost about, now see there, look at that. It came right off. Here's the washer and stuff. And here it is. The plumber's putty. Look at that, it's still pliable. And I think that's how plumber's putty works. I kind of thought the plumber's putty, when it after you install it, it would dry, but not so much. Look at that. This new one, you can pay $12 to $15. See, here's a little sink strainer for it, and I had it in there. See? And is there any reason why I couldn't install this again for somebody else later on down the road if I wanted, right? Just going to take that and screw this back on a little bit. And that was as simple as it was to take that out. I thought that was going to be really super hard. Okay, there you go. You can use that for your new sink, for a different sink. Save it for an older sink that you're remodeling. You're doing some kitchen remodeling. You need a new sink strainer for it. You need a garbage disposal for it. And I'm just going to keep that too. And now this whole thing here is ready for me to throw it away. And you know, like I said, I'm not saving the sink faucet. If I wanted to get that out, I was messing with this, and it's not coming very easily, and I'm not saving it anyways, so I can just cut this right here. See, each sink comes with its own separate connection, and this one's not going to fit anything else that I have. And so I'm just taking some electrical cutters. See, and now I should be able to just loosen that nut. Let's just see if I can get it. Okay. Sometimes when I have my little crescent, if I do it too tight, it's hard to get unscrewed. Okay. Yeah. I could unscrew that. Oh, I don't think I have to unscrew it very far. I think I could just unscrew it to there. Pull this. Oh no, I can't. I thought I could pull that off, but I can't. And I thought it would just slide off. And that piece is copper, so could I possibly take it off with that? It's not going to come off very easily. So I'm going to take it out to the dumpster with this just hanging there like that. I guess I could pull that out. See? And if you have a little wand like this and you have another sink, you might want to save it. You can unscrew it right here. See? And you might want to save just this piece right here. You never know when you might need that. Maybe your other one, this arm is bad, or maybe your spray is not working on your other one, and you can have this full spray or the waterfall spray. See? And like that little piece, I don't necessarily have to throw that away. I could save that. It's funny, I save a lot of things. Don't tell Mommy that. But I never know when I'm going to need it, and I'm thinking, it'd be nice if I wanted to help somebody out, and if they needed something, I might have something. And this happened to be the weight that was on there. I was trying to get that off. I wasn't quite sure how that came off. I guess you just press on it and pull it apart. Well, I tried to pry it and I broke it. But I don't really need that anyways. Okay, so that cast iron sink is ready for the dumpster. All right, I'm glad I was able to take those off. It didn't really take me that long to take that sink strainer. That's a sink basket strainer. The garbage disposal, I don't know what you call that, garbage disposal trim. I just call it the trim that's attached to the sink. And see, now I've got my garbage disposal I'm saving from that sink. I'm saving this sink strainer. That sink strainer is $12 to $15 at the store. This part right here is $25 at the store. Just that top bit, if you need that. And the garbage disposal, the whole garbage disposal, $150. When you buy a whole brand new garbage disposal, it comes with that. But see, lots of times, if your old garbage disposal goes out, and if you get the same like for like InSinkErator brand, you don't have to get, this one was a Pro 333. You don't necessarily have to get a Pro 333. You can get a different one, whatever they have at the store. We got a 600, it's called, and it was still 3/4 horsepower, but they didn't have 333, and it fits in the same location. So see, if your old garbage disposal goes out, when you buy it, you just end up not using this top bit. You don't have to use that. You can, if the one in your sink still looks in pretty good shape, you can use the one that's in your sink. But if the one in your sink, it has this rubber, the rubber goodie down in there. If it's all ripped up, or if it's got marks on it or whatever, then you'll probably want to replace this whole thing. But you don't necessarily have to. So then obviously if you don't, you have this whole thing for something else, and then you save it or whatever. But see, I just showed you, it comes out pretty clean. So if your old one is scratched up, or if it's not as shiny as the new one, or anything like that, and this rubber's broken or ripped, whatever, take the old one out, because as I just showed you, they come out pretty easy. Hey, as for cast iron sinks, porcelain cast iron sinks, this bad boy is heavy. And it's funny, most people nowadays, they don't install those. When you install new countertops like quartz counters, like what we installed, or granite countertops, usually you'll install a sink nowadays that fits underneath the counter, not over the top of the counter. This one is designed to fit over the top of a counter. And we were deciding, here's another thing. Can you get a cast iron sink that fits underneath the counter of a quartz countertop or granite countertops? Yeah, you can. They have clips, and then they have to measure it exactly, and then there's a clip with a bracket on it. Then they have to pre-drill holes up from underneath the sink area, and then they have to put these little anchors in there and attach those properly, and then they have to raise that up from underneath. Oh, I don't know how they do it. Probably two guys and one guy. Well, I don't know. Maybe a little lift with a jack or something, and then they have to attach it and stuff. That gets a little dicey. And the other thing, cast iron sinks, they're not cheap. I mean, just for us to replace a cast iron sink this size, a 2 standard one like this, was over $1,000. And we decided, hey, let's not do that. And even the one we wanted, we were having a hard time finding, and then we would have had to have special ordered it, because you can get it in different depths, different widths, a wider one on one side, smaller on the other, and all kinds of things. And then you special order, it could be $1,200-$1,300 by the time it's all said and done. Okay, so we decided to get a stainless steel one that fit up underneath. They installed it really nice. It looks really nice. It came with all kinds of stuff. You'll have to see some of the previous episodes back there where I install all the stuff in the sink, or when the guys came out to install the countertops, they installed the sink underneath the counter. Really slick how they installed that too. And so I don't know if you really want the cast iron sinks or not. If you're doing an old house or something, yeah, the look that you want, maybe you want the cast iron sink. But my advice would be, before you order a brand new one, you might want to go on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, see what you can get. Maybe if you're okay with an older one, they clean up really nice, by the way. And if you want something like that, you might spend less than $50 or something. And if it's going in a house, a remodel house or something, that might be something that you might want to think about, okay, to save some money. All right, time to finish this video. What are we going to talk about next time? Yeah, I'm getting ready to come in here, and I'm going to install a light fixture right up there where that big old hole in the sheetrock is. Whoever installed that 15 years ago, they should have their eyes examined. You shouldn't be cutting a big old hole like that. I got to figure out how to get this thing mounted up there, and I'll come up with something. And that's what I'm going to install. That looks pretty nice, huh? Looks a little glitzy. And Momi, she likes bling. And this is going to be bling. And it's got the nickel finish. It's slightly different than what she has out here on these when you turn these on. Okay, see, and that looks kind of cool, huh? This one, oh, that one's on a different switch. That's on that one, see? And they're even controlled. Here, these go here. They're even controlled. They can be controlled with the dimmer. I installed these dimmers on these before, and I installed these. This is all on a previous episode on the condo renovation, okay? But we decided not to do everything samey. In here, it kind of made sense. These are horizontal, this one's vertical, and then we've got the tubular one going down the stairs. We got the tubular one going right here. That all worked. I didn't want to put another one the very same in here. I could have put the tubular one there, horizontal, this one. I could have, okay? But we're doing something slightly different, and that's going up on my next video. Watch for it on my channel.